ever since Caroline's been sick, since like before Thanksgiving, I'm like getting over it, but I still have all that phlegm in the back of my throat.
Oh.
So I have to like, if I cough, what?
Punched myself in the face.
Oh, you're
when I was
fine.
trying to put my headphones on.
But like, it's so phlegmy that if I cough too hard, I like want to throw up. Cause it's like, I can feel it. You can hear,
It's like this deep,
can you hear it in my
seated
voice? No, it's like right there. Can you hear it in my voice? Like it's like phlegm just stuck right there in my throat and that needs to come out.
And you just can't quite get it.
No! Bugging the shit out of me.
Between that and the really bad chest coughs, you know, that make you heave a little bit. Those are terrible.
That or if I like when I'm brushing my teeth and I go back to where I'm like,
well, that doesn't shock me.
God.
I purposely try to do that. Like, I feel like I'm getting extra clean if I get.
God, I'm like,
oh,
I was like,
okay.
I'd probably throw. I think I threw up one time in the shower because I like went too hard. Chase does that sometimes. He'll be like, shove it down my throat. Like,
stop it. Oh, God. Okay, so yeah, you're listening to Hard Talks with a Blonde and a Hippie. I'm your trippy hippie, Alicia, jumping on the mic from good old Utah. Joined with your favorite blonde, who's no longer blonde.
Nope.
Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
Hey. In my phlegm, you can hear it is like up and
Sarah and her
present.
phlegm.
God,
if you needed the visual, you know, imagine it just like hanging in the back of her throat. Like every time she talks, it just quakes.
Yeah,
a little
it's hanging
bit.
out at the punching bag. It's like, hey, we're best buds now. I'm like, get out of here.
At the uvula.
Yeah, and I can't take I can't take Sudafed because it'll dry my milk up.
That's the worst. That's how my milk dried up.
I don't want to.
Kidney infection, antibiotics.
Yeah.
Zap.
So I'm like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm fine.
So on that note, we hope wherever you guys are, wherever you're listening to this,
it's warmer than here.
Yeah, it is cold here. My furnace is broken.
Why haven't you got that fixed yet?
Because I don't want to call. I'm broke. Single mom, and I'm on a budget, and it doesn't include HVAC services, okay?
At least your upstairs is warmer than it is down here.
Well, I got those little tiny space heaters, like, on each level now.
I mean, hey.
Because I have 3 levels of this condo, like...
But it's always been cold down here, like, even with the heat working. But that's how it is at our house, too, because, like, our, like,
but
downstairs...
I like it in the summer.
Yeah, it's freezing.
I'm a sweaty, hot mess express.
Remember when I was pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was the hottest.
Kick those cankles up, baby.
Goddamn summer, but it felt good down here.
Yeah, it was nice.
I was like,
yeah, but we do hope that you guys have been having a good week. Oh my God. You could be like in a horror movie.
I know with that. The goddamn alien coming after us.
Well, I hope you guys are fucking in the Christmas spirit now, listening to Sarah and her phlegm.
I'm telling you, you can hear it in my voice.
Yeah, we do curse like sailors. I don't want to be responsible. No, you.
I know.
Hey, don't be a little taint. That's, I was listening to a comedian and she was talking about words that have other sounding like meanings, like they
gulch?
should. Yeah, the gulch.
The gulch. I guess she's like
the gulch. The gulch
is like a river that or like a lake that, or like a stream that goes through the woods. Gulch.
And it should be like between your vagina and your asshole, like
it's
instead of taint. No, it's your gulch.
That's your gulch.
Yeah, so highly inappropriate. Don't want to be responsible for poisoning your innocent children. But if we're all on board, I want to talk about a little more of that sickness. The difference between men and women being sick, and we'll get a little more into the holiday spirit, but it's just so funny because I've been like technically single for a long time,
Yeah.
And so
technically,
and
I mean, he just like shows up occasionally, but it's like on and off.
Yeah, more and more these days.
Hey,
so
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
you know who you are.
He's gonna laugh when he hears this because he knows it's true, right?
Yeah,
he comes over Friday night and Middle of the night, he wakes up and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm dying. Like, I don't think I'm gonna make it." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Do you have cold medicine?" And I'm like, "No." And
No,
he's
you're
like,
no.
"You don't?" He's like, and then he just kept saying that.
No.
He was in my bed sick until Sunday.
Wow.
And I had to go to brunch with my familia that
And he's just
morning.
like hanging out. He's like, all of this.
Well, I have
die
no
in
problem
my
with that.
bed.
So
No,
it's like,
it's just funny that you're just like, well, I gotta go. And he's like, I'm just gonna die alone in your bed.
yeah. And I was just like, oh my God.
You're like, okay.
A
bye.
woman's pain threshold is so much more like comparing, like, if you had to compare like endurance or like with fitness, stamina, like a woman's pain threshold is fucking incredible, you know? And I kept telling him, I was like laughing and joking with him. I'm like, oh my God, if you were a woman and had to experience not just laboring a child, but a period, a menstrual cycle once a month, you would be a baby back bitch. And that's my favorite thing, is just like, because we can banter like that. But it got me thinking. I was like, I was sick like 4 days ago, like throwing up sick. I got a stomach bug. And luckily, it went away really quickly. It was like a 48-hour bug.
Yeah, Caroline had that too.
Yeah, it was rough. And, you know, like I told him I was sick. He called to check in. He was very sweet. But
you still to get shit done.
Yeah, I work.
We're a parent.
I have the benefit of working from home, but I still work from home. I, still have to cook, clean, take the kid to school, pick him up from school, take the dog out for a walk. My God, and it's cold.
And you're like deathly sick. And,
and then he gets sick and he's just like, oh my God. Like,
and he's just laying in bed. I love how they can just lay in bed. Like when Chase,
I know I tried to lay in bed with him for most of the day Saturday,
but you can't do it.
My back was literally like aching from laying for so long, and I was like, I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk with the dog, just to, like,
I gotta get out.
Space.
I know Chase got COVID like when Caroline was like a month old. He's like, I can't hold her. I have COVID.
I'm so
like,
weak.
oh, that sucks, doesn't it? I'm like, well, I still have to take care of her. Yeah. And then we got sick right before Thanksgiving.
He's like, what?
He's like, moms don't get sick. I'm like, you don't get sick.
And doesn't that make you want to like backhand him? And I was like, your life will be changed when you experience like your first live birth, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you think having a little sickness is like, he was really sick. I felt bad, not minimizing that.
Right, yeah.
But I'm like, I pushed out a fucking human from my gulch and
your gulch
and for like 28 hours and I'm still alive, so.
But I get it. But like with like my labor, my grandma was asking me, she's like, how are you joking and laughing? I'm like, Grandma, I got the epidural.
I know, you've mentioned that.
I'm great.
You're so lucky that went well.
Dude, it was like, I've
known both sides of that.
I know. Like, I just hope that, like, if I ever get pregnant again, I'm going to have, like, the same ease. I bet the next one I'm going to be, like, on my deathbed.
Don't say that.
I know. Knock on wood. Not deathbed, but just, like.
It'll be
I'd be like, yeah.
Some, majority, no, I shouldn't say majority, but there's a good statistic that says second pregnancies are easier, so, and shorter labors. But your labor was pretty quick anyways.
I mean, like, laboring, it was like an hour. Like, full on, like, pushing was an hour.
Yeah. But it's just so funny because, like, men will sit there and be like, oh, yeah, we run the world. And I'm just like, no.
There is
if there is a God in the Christian sense, like a man somewhere in heaven in the sky, it's a woman.
You know, there's a woman him.
I don't think it had like God would have a gender. Him? Like I think that's just like
no. That's why. But
such a man's like the man wrote it, so of course their God's gonna be a man. You know. I just think it's funny. I'm like, you guys couldn't do anything without a woman. You lose your fucking keys every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Where's that vape thingy that you're always looking for? And don't get me started on the phone. I'm really bad, but I'm like, you've rubbed off on me.
Oh yeah. Is he punctual?
He is very punctual.
Can he rub off of you on your punctuality? I guess
Hey!
I was late today.
You're always late. For the up and coming guests that we're gonna have on, I'm gonna tell you to be here 30 minutes earlier.
I would.
Yeah, I would too.
And then I'll probably show up like 30 minutes early and be like, God. Well,
that'll be the one time you're on time.
If I know there's a guest, I'll try to be early. But like this was like a seasoned reason. Like my child was screaming in her car seat.
A seasoned reason.
She was. She woke up terrified.
I know.
That was horrible. Goddamn dog. It was weird though. It sounded like the guy just threw the box and it hit the handle, so it sounded like someone's trying to break into our house. And
you're probably like his last drop off for the day, you know, and he's got to get home or
the
something.
porch light wasn't even on. And he's like, screw this.
And he chucks the fucking box and it just hits
it's
the
my
door.
mom's box. And Chase's like, how much shit is she gonna? I'm like, I don't know. This is like her 5th box.
Dude, okay,
like, what the hell is she doing?
Did I tell you already on the show about Cyber Monday? Oh, dear Lord. So I am like the worst when it comes to Christmas shopping. Like I procrastinate.
Gift cards.
I procrastinate like a motherfucker.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I just put it off and I always think I have more time than I do. And then before
Christmas
I know
Eve
it,
comes and you're like, oh
yeah,
shit.
I'm that bitch who's at Target on Christmas Eve, you know, getting stocking stuffers and all the shit.
You're like playing Santa, and then
you end up
early.
spending almost as much money as the rest of the gifts as like in stocking shit.
Yes.
Yes. Ah, I hate it. But this year, I'm sitting at my desk working, and I'm already on my computer, and I'm getting all these emails. I'm like, oh my God, it's Cyber Monday, you know, because we already talked about how I don't have the capacity to go to Black Friday. I'd get in trouble.
We were sick this year, and Chase said, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and so, like, I get
Save money.
looking around, and, like, I get everything for Elliot. One foul swoop. I get shit for my oldest son. I printed my Christmas cards. I did my shopping for my mom and my aunt and, you know, just what's his bucket.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm done.
yeah, well, almost. But I was
At
like,
least you're almost done, and you still got another 2 weeks. No, 1 week.
Because I never got, like, the need for layaway, like, at Walmart. You know what I mean?
So cool. It's nice.
Like, have you ever done anything on layaway? Like what?
Well, like I
big items
personally, but like my stepmom would.
Like big items, like TVs or what? Okay.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna like knock that light over
In
again.
the habit of it. We need to get new lights in here.
Well, it's like I'm trying to like stretch my legs out, and it's just right there. And
Just
I
want that nice lighting on your beautiful face. I know.
This is not my back. My back is like breaking out.
Dude, yeah, I know. We need to talk about that more. Fucking
stress.
adult acne, like
Back knee.
back knee,
Back
crack
knee.
knee,
God, it is like hoo-ha knee.
hoo-ha knee, yeah,
Butt knee.
yeah, razor burny,
Oh, God, I know.
or not even ingrown hairsies.
I know. And I haven't shaved for a while, but it hurts.
Good for you. I promote that.
It
Email us at
hurts.
hardtalkswithbnh@gmail.com if you have any like good solutions for adult acne or ingrown hairs. That would be much appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyways, layaway.
Yeah, so layaway, I never got the point of it because I've never like bought like something
Like that big.
no, like I've just
Or
gone
like
out.
that much money.
Yeah, like I guess I like when I bought my TV, it was like $400. Like,
Yeah.
but I've never like anything beyond $500 or $600. I don't know. I just would like buy it all together. Why the fuck not? I'm responsible sometimes. But now like that I've done most of my Christmas shopping early, I'm like, oh my God, I get it. It's kind of like smart people, right? Like you get to talking to smart people, like who are really good at math or physics and understand the language that you know nothing about and you'll never understand, right? Right? You'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. I try, right?
I'm like dyslexic with numbers. So
and it's just like it just clicks, right?
Yeah.
Just clicks for them. And I was like, oh my God, this is why smart people go to college. The same thing. This is why people do layaway, right? Like, oh my God, it's just been so nice not having to worry about it. But that being said, like, I've been trying to be a little creative with what I buy because Mama's also on a budget.
Yeah. So wait, what did you get away from layaway? So layaway is you don't get it until you buy it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I got Elliot a really cool big like easel on layaway and stuff, and then
because you know
there's smaller stuff too.
There. You know it's there, and you can just pay for it and then pick it up when you need to, and not have to rush to find it when you know it won't be there.
And a new bike and stuff. So
I want to get Caroline a little Strider, but maybe I'll get one for her birthday.
Yeah.
That's in August.
Yeah. So, but no, that was my point.
Birthday.
Is just like, even without layaway, like I get why people do all their Christmas shopping early because now I'm going to have 2 paychecks and I'm like, wow. Oh. Should have gone to college,
I didn't do Christmas this year.
You're not doing Christmas this year?
Not for like certain people.
What does that mean?
Like me and my family now.
I'm wearing my bracelet.
I know, me too.
Best friends for life.
Hey,
night.
Yes. So like ever since like I got married, we like me and my siblings don't do gifts anymore. So I never really saw the point in it. I'm like, well, why spend your money on me and you can just spend it on your kids?
We do it. That's a good point. And I wish like more families were like that because the like real meaning behind Christmas, I feel like, has been so lost with all the money spending and the commercialization and it starting
like you
from
have to
before
buy
fucking Halloween to
gift.
New Year's. You know, it runs so long now too.
Yeah.
But like, that's my favorite thing is to like gift. I mean, even something small like your bracelet was so meaningful because you made it for one. And, you know, I just like really treasure that shit. So trying to be creative, right?
So your love language is receiving gifts.
I like giving gifts, but
and giving gifts.
My love language is some would say all 5.
All 5?
I really words of affirmation, acts of service. So that I think that would qualify as that.
Yeah.
And physical touch. Yeah.
So mine was physical touch, acts of service were both 8. Number 1, because it's just like the lowest on the chart, was receiving gifts. Was a 1.
It doesn't like get you.
No, I'm like, I could go buy that. Don't give it to me. Like I hate. Because, no, I'm just a hard gift giver. Like, people try to give me gifts, and I'm just like, thanks, an avocado.
What the fuck?
I love it.
So, that being said, what's the weirdest gift that you've ever received?
I remember one time for my birthday, my dad gave me underwear, and he made me show it to everybody.
I remember you telling that story on the podcast way back when we first started, and I look back on some of our episodes, and I'm like, yikes.
Like, we were horrible, and now we're great. No, I don't know, but like Chase's family, they're all about like, so he only has like his 2 sisters, and then like their spouses. His mom and her boyfriend, and then his gram. They were like, this year, because I'm like, we're like running out of money. Like the truck is broken down. That's going to cost about $2,000 to fix.
When did that happen?
Freaking right around Thanksgiving.
Oh, damn.
So we're like,
Is it after you bought that camper thing?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Goddamn camper. Shit happens.
Life.
So we're like, yeah, we don't have very much money. And they're like, okay, because last year it was $100 per person.
Well, that's a big cap.
Now it's $50. And I was like, yeah,
that's still a big cap.
We can't afford that. So that went to $25 a person. And I was like,
that's a little more reasonable.
That's $150.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, can't we just like go to dinner? Like we're all married at this point.
That's my other thing is quality time.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather do that. Like,
so that's more meaningful to you than any
yeah,
gift.
because again, like, I'm like, okay, it's either I spent $150 on everybody else and my daughter does not get a Christmas because I spent all of our money on your guys' stupid shit, or my daughter gets a Christmas. I'm like, fuck you. Like, my family is more important to me than you are.
I just kind of like ignore like a dollar amount if one's given. But that's a good point because like when you receive gifts, I enjoy getting gifts. But it almost is like this unsaid expectation.
Yeah.
Or honestly, like, what is the word I'm thinking of when you have to be like polite? A nicety to give back. And so that's kind of a pickle.
Because like too, like all the time I'm like, just give me gift cards. Like I got gift cards in December and I just used them in like so I got them before I had Caroline. I had Caroline and then I used them in like September.
I've done that like years after the fact.
I'm holding on to them, so I'm just like, oh.
But that's like a holy grail of a gift card. Like I'll pull one out of like a junk drawer or something, and it'll be like a gas card, and I'll be like,
where they end up.
Like,
and that too, like in like his sisters, oh, they stress me out, but they go all out for gifts. Like his one sister, she does it thrifty though. She's like, I find everything at Ross for like $1. I'm like, how the hell
I do
you find this like thrifty shit? I'm like, I just don't know. So I'm like literally just giving everybody. I like wrap gift cards last year. I'm like, this shit's ridiculous. I'm like, I hate it. I'm like, Chase is like, do we even have to go over there? I'm like, no, Caroline can be sick.
Not if it's your sisters, right?
It would be like his mom. So we're going there on Christmas Eve. So I'm like, does your sister know we're not getting shit for anybody this year? Because that's going to be real awkward. We show up with nothing.
I don't think it should be. Like, I think people should be more understanding to that for sure.
Because we have no money. Like, we did our budgeting. We had like $62 left.
Bro, I know. Times have been rough. Times have been rough for a lot of fucking people.
So I'm like,
tight
again,
right
like
now.
that's like what Christmas should not be about. So I decided.
It's about togetherness and enjoying the people you do want to be around. So, unlike Thanksgiving where everybody comes together.
I love Thanksgiving because all I do is just eat. But a new tradition that I want to start that I've seen it on Instagram, and I love this. I've always like little ears, get him out of the room because mom was about to spill some secrets. So we don't want that. Get him out. Well, I'm going to wait a minute. Are they out of the room? Okay. Well, like I hate it when like Santa brings the cool gifts. Like, Mom, look, Santa brought me an iPhone. No, he fucking didn't. I brought you a goddamn iPhone. I
know. We've talked. Yeah.
Like, I hate that. So this, like, when Caroline figures her shit out and she kind of understands what Christmas is, we're going to do it to where instead of Santa bringing you gifts, you are going to leave gifts for him. So, like, clothes, toys you don't play with anymore, so that way he can take that little bag of stuff you don't use or need anymore and give it to another child who would appreciate it so much.
I love that idea.
So she's obviously, we'll still get her stuff. Like, we'll be like, yeah, Mom and Dad got you a few things that, you know, here, like at a trip, but like Santa won't bring you anything, but it's still, it keeps his, like, it keeps his memory alive. It keeps the spirit alive of it. But instead of receiving, you're like, why don't you give this to another little girl?
The spirit of giving.
That would love generosity. It. Because, like, you don't use it anymore. You're grown out of these pants. You don't need them. Why don't you give them to somebody else? So that way, Santa still comes to our house. He still gets his cookie and his milk. And the reindeer still get their little treat. But she doesn't get anything from Santa. So when she goes to school, people aren't like, oh, what did Santa bring you? She'd be like, nothing. They'd be like, oh, but my mom and dad got me some cool shit. So it's like, oh.
Bro, I was that kid, like, I believed in Santa so hard.
I still do.
I believed in Santa
when I was
hard.
When I was like 15, I was like, yes, freaking Santa Claus is coming to town.
I was picked on in school for a few reasons, but one of them was for fucking Santa Claus, because all the kids, you get to a certain age, it was like around 5th grade for me, and there was like these rumors going around in the class that Santa Claus was our parents. And I remember getting in a fight with this stupid redheaded fat boy who was so mean.
Was he like really freckly and
Yes,
white?
he was really freckly. And I won't name names, but I still hold the grudge.
Beep.
And he would chase me around the playground. And, I just remember him giving me a real hard time about.
I could see you like roundhouse punching and be like,
I got in trouble from the guard duty for kicking him in the balls one time.
Well, he was saying
those drawbridges they have on the playgrounds that you can jump on. They jump
like the chains.
He was chasing me, and like it wasn't around Christmas time. This was just like all through elementary school. He had it out for me. And I jumped up and like had my hands on the bars, so I swung and like kicked him. And I didn't mean to. I really didn't intend to, but it was
You just
great.
wanted to like kick him.
It was great because that was the
his
first
nuts were
time
there.
I've ever seen like a boy drop to the ground over that. You know,
You're like,
I think that was in 5th grade too. I was like, damn, holy shit.
You're like, holy crow.
Holy
Yes,
shit.
grab the nut.
What my daddy said, like, if I'm ever in trouble, go for the nuts. Like, it works, people.
Oh, yeah,
Holy
nuts.
fuck.
And like the jugular.
Just throat punch them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But no.
But the nuts really will get you.
Yeah, I just really defended that. And I'll never forget when my mom had to pull me into a room because it was a whole fucking conversation with the teacher and everything. Like, it went.
She's like,
it became a thing. And
Alicia.
that's exactly how it was. She's like, well, think about it, honey. Think about what?
You're like, what do you mean?
What the what? Think about what? Well, how can he do it in one night? He's the shit. What are you talking about?
But then again, after our last podcast, I'm like, but I thought about it. I'm like, but no, he could do it. It's not one night because it's freaking the next day somebody somewhere else and he can hit this place.
And his sled is supposed to travel at the speed of light.
Like,
so.
he's fucking magical. Okay, that is what he does.
Yeah, that like it.
Why do
really,
you think he has all them goddamn reindeer?
I am
Mom.
not fucking exaggerating at all, Sarah. Like, I needed therapy over it. Like, I was devastated. And I was so pissed off because it was right before Christmas. I think my 11th or 10th or I don't even know. How old are you in 5th grade? 11? I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Because you're 12 in 6th grade.
Yeah, 11.
11-ish. I ruined Christmas for my baby sister.
You bitch.
I know. She's 5.5 years younger than me.
I remember that. I remember you saying you ruined it for her a little too early.
I did. And I poor Rachel, like, she can hold it over me forever because I was a really mean big sister. God, I love her now. She's so great. But
Is she married yet?
she might as well be, but good for her.
Honestly.
I'm happy for them.
I love her.
So I just feel bad about that. But then they took us to see Polar Express in theaters. That's the year it came out. And the whole premise behind that is I believe. And so I even was like, they're lying. They're fucking lying. I do believe. Like, I was so hell-bent on it.
And you're the one that, like, I don't hear the bell anymore. No, you're like, I hear the bell. You don't hear the fucking bell, you assholes.
I cried in the movie theater. It was devastating.
That is horrible.
It was.
See, they went about it all. But see, I don't know. Like on Pinterest now, they got this one letter going around where it's not like it's not like they still like Santa is supposed to be a feeling.
Yes.
He's supposed to be magical. He's not supposed to be obviously a person that does everything on one night.
That buildup of exciting anticipation, the magic and wonder.
But
in
what's
the
fun
air.
about it is now you're in on the secret, or you're in on this special, not a secret because then we don't keep secrets. You're in on this special surprise for the little kids.
Yeah, and if you don't have kids, like you'll see one day if you do have kids, like they
Or like
are what make
nieces
it
and
magical.
nephews.
And it does. It makes you
Yes.
feel like a kid again. It really does. I love. I've talked about our tradition. We do with a string game where my step grandma, she always ties a stocking to one end, and then a member in the family will take your string. There's different balls of yarn with your designated color or whatever, and then they'll string it through the whole house, and it gets really hard because a lot of people play sometimes. So. She's got a tiny house and there's some big people. So it's gotten out of control sometimes. Like my sisters brought the string all the way outside, wrapped it through the car, closed the doors, over lights, downstairs, railings, tables, couches.
She's like, we're going.
Yeah. So it's funny when the our parents have to do it and like instead of the kids. But that's a fun tradition that I think I want to continue. Weirdest gift I've ever received was actual coal on my 14th not birthday, Christmas.
I can't say that I don't love that. I love that.
Yeah, my mom loved it too. She thought she was fucking hilarious.
It would even
to be fair, that was my worst year of assholism, okay?
You were like, oh shit, I got coal for Christmas.
I really did.
Shape up at this point.
Yeah, and then like later on they gave me my presents, but I was like, shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
you've always heard about it, but you never thought it was gonna be you.
Yeah, I'd be that asshole parent, be like, well, that sucks, doesn't it? You ain't get shit but coal.
Yeah, squeeze it out of your ass and make a diamond, bitch.
I know, like Kylie came over and was beating, and she made Addie.
It just sounds dirty to me. Yeah, I don't know why.
Chase calls them our anal beads. So Kylie made her a bracelet, and she was showing me all the other bracelets that she made, and she's like, look at this one. I'm like, oh yeah, it's so cute. Addie comes in, she goes, Mom, who's that bracelet for? And she's like, well, I made it for you. And she's like, I hate it. And Kylie just, I looked at her and I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, yeah, Mom, I just hate it. She's like, I love this one though. And Kylie's like, that's not for you. It's for someone else. She's like, but I really love this one. I do not like that one at all. And I'm like, God, what a freaking jerk.
You can keep it.
Even Kylie was like, okay. Like, you know, she's like, you're right. I didn't like it either. So she came over.
That's when you get something you really don't like at Christmas, and it's like in the family setting, or it's like really uncomfortable or inappropriate, and you're just kind of like, thank you.
Yeah, so
it's the thought that counts.
Right, then they came over. So Kylie cut it and was like, whatever, I didn't like it. She makes her a brand new one. Addie sees it.
Please tell me she hated it too.
She did. Addie sees it and she's like, is that for me? And Kylie's like, yeah, do you like it? And she goes, no, I hate that too. And Kylie's like, I'm like, oh my God. And Kylie's like, she's like, sorry I freaking made you a bracelet. And Addie's like, no, I just don't like the green in it. I didn't want green. And I'm like, I could have swore you said green. I'm like, I heard green. And Kylie's like, I know, right? And she's like, no. So
How old is Addie now?
She's like 8. So she's bawling. And I'm like, Addie, literally, Caroline, my God, what is her name?
All of them.
Caroline is obsessed with Addie.
Oh, good.
Like, she comes over and her face just is like Christmas morning every day for her when Addie comes over. And she's like, she was screaming at the top of her lungs. She was so excited. She turns around and she starts slapping the ground. She is so excited.
She's like, get over here,
like,
bitch.
Addie is here, Mom. Addie's here. I'm like, I know. And all Addie wanted to do is she's like, Mom, I wanted a bracelet. I'm like, Addie, Caroline is here. And she's like, so excited you're here. And all I hear 24/7 is, Addie wants to see Caroline. Addie wants to see Caroline. So I'm like, fucking see Caroline. Okay. So this whole ordeal pissed me off. So Caroline's like, Mom. And then she fell in between the chairs and hit her mouth. So she's screaming.
Oh, no.
Addie's crying. I'm just like, Kylie, I'm like, why don't you guys just leave? Just go home. And Kylie's like,
Christmas time, family time.
Well, shit. I'm like, freaking Addie hates her bracelet. I honestly, I'd be like, okay, I'm not making you one then.
I love Sarah so much because she has zero tolerance for anything.
I would be like, I'm done. I'm like, dude, I won't.
You can see it on her face, like. Rarely,
my irritation shows no like.
Yes, rarely would she bounds. She'd be a little nicer than that. She wouldn't be like, can you go now? Maybe your sister.
I did. I was like, do you just want to leave?
If it's like someone she doesn't know as well, it's like the straightest face you've ever seen, and you remind me of my cat in the sense where it's just like,
I give no.
Are you
shit.
Remedial?
Like after I think
if you're watching this on YouTube, that's it.
Corey, yeah, I'd be like
mouth open, kind of like gawking.
It's just like I look at you like, are you stupid? Like,
yeah,
just leave.
That's it.
Like,
that's it
I'm
right
over
there.
It.
You're
like,
fucking stupid.
And I'll even like.
So are the holidays hard? Spending so much time with all the fam bam.
Yes.
I just don't like running everywhere. Like, that's the hardest part about having divorced parents.
Yes, but it's nice now because his mom does it on Christmas Eve. But now his stepmom wants to do it on Christmas Eve. And I'm like, what the hell? We always go over Christmas Day. And my mom said we always get together Christmas Day night.
Yeah.
now.
Well, and it's hard
So
too,
I'm
like when.
But I don't have my dad, so I always have my mom, and then his dad. So I'm like, we only got 3 instead of like 4. So it's like really
I
worked out.
got like 5 people that want me at their house on Christmas Eve. And I'm like.
So you got to pick and choose and just be like.
I need like those
That sounded
2
like
days.
Like your little.
Yes, we're awesome. It's like you have to have one of each of those days for like just 2 sets of parents. Like,
But that's hard too because you got Elliot and he wants to be home on Christmas
well, and that's
Day.
what's shitty too is I have to share Elliot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have to share Elliot. So this year he's gonna be at his dad's house Christmas Eve and through the morning until about noon. So that sucks.
I remember
but I'll
those
have him
days.
for Christmas dinner. So that makes me feel good because that's my favorite part is always ending the holiday with the Leopardi side.
Meal.
Oh God, that's the best part is the Italian side of the family
Real quick.
makes the best Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners.
Real quick comment. So I sometimes use your HBO Max. Thank you. Because
I know you do.
I'm still signed in.
I know you are.
I was like, every time I log in, I go, "Thank you, Alicia." But Chase goes, because your Gmail has Leopardi in it, and Chase goes, "Where'd she get Leopardi from?" I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "That's just like a random name. Isn't her last name Sandoval?" And I was like, "That's her maiden name." He's like, "Oh."
And Leopardi just sounds better.
I'm like, it just flows. I'm like,
Yeah.
looked at it. I'm like,
for
what?
any man or woman who's had to go through the process of changing their name, you'll
you just
understand.
do it once.
Yeah, after divorce, you're just, and especially if kids are involved. Like if I didn't have Elliot, yeah, I'd change my name back. But it's like, fuck no, like
because then he's like, "But mom, like you're not like a Sandoval
I don't want you to
anymore."
just have the same last name as your dad. Like fuck that. I just kind of feel like.
That's what Corey did, because that's what Corey said. She's like, well, she's like, I want Baron just to be like Baron Munns, and I'm just like Corey
this
Vanderhule.
outsider, yeah.
It's
I get easier for school and medical shit as well.
But too, it takes like months
I just do
to
hate
change
that
your
last
name
though.
on everything. But you gotta like change
takes
it
longer.
on literally every damn piece of paper, every like place you visit, like freaking you go to Bath and Body Works and they're like, "Oh, hello," and you're like, "Shit, another thing I got to change my name on."
Everything.
The beauty supply stores,
Your
like,
social
there's a
security,
lot.
your
I
addresses, all your bill shit.
I haven't done my social yet.
Does that mean you're technically? I don't think that means
still,
you're technically a Redford. Then
I'm still a Nelson.
Dude, I think like that's the main thing you're supposed to change.
I know.
I think you're still a Nelson.
It's really bad because.
Oh my God! Does Chase know that?
Yeah,
that's hilarious. She's still Nelson.
But it was Belle up until I was 15.
So which would you prefer?
Belle. Yeah. Oh, Redford for sure. Redford. Yeah. I say to change it, but I gotta change it because then like my Medicaid stuff, it's really confusing because half of it's Nelson and like my ID says Redford, so they're like,
yeah. So fuck a month. Me? It takes years. 4
years running, man. 4 years running. I still gotta change my social.
How do you do taxes?
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, that's weird.
It's under Nelson because my hair license is under Nelson.
Bro, you didn't change your name at all. That's great.
Well, the thing is, though, like I heard somebody and I actually really liked it because it's like I wasn't married when I went to hair school. I got married after hair school, and I heard someone say, she's like, my husband didn't put me through hair school. I'm like, girl, shit, yeah. I'm like, if I was married, then I'd have been like, yeah, it was Sarah Redford all through hair. No, it was Sarah Nelson. Like, Sarah Nelson went through hair school.
The irony of it all is I was married just long enough to have everything changed over.
See,
a year and a half of marriage, 6 years of a relationship, but a year and a half of marriage, and then we get a divorce, and I'm like, well, that was fucking pointless.
And I'm over here like 4 years later, I'm like, well, Sally Beauty's still Sarah Nelson. No. My social's still Sarah Nelson. Yeah. My freaking hair license is Sarah Nelson. Like my Medicaid shit is Sarah Nelson.
Oh, we get it. Yeah, no.
Caroline's birth certificate says Sarah Nelson. I'm just kidding. That's Sarah Redford.
Oh my God. I was
Your
like,
face was, you're like,
I was like, you never changed your name at all.
Nope.
That you don't apply. So anyone who
we
can relate,
hyphened it. It's Nelson
who
Redford.
understands, yeah, like it's a difficult process. I do prefer my maiden name. It's a beautiful last name.
It is.
And out of my massive family, right? All of my aunts and uncles, because my dad's a child of 9.
Yeah.
Big Catholic family.
They were trying for 12.
All of the girls born were like my aunts, so they had a different last name. And so out of all the grandkids in the entire family, there's only one male who's going to carry on the Leopardi last name.
Oh, shit.
And it's my cousin Alex.
Is he going to have kids?
Let's hope. So, I don't know.
Shit.
I do like going by it, but yeah, no. So I was looking up like weirdest things to gift to people for Christmas or things that people have received. Just because I am on a budget and I'm trying to be creative, I was thinking about like,
what can we give people on a budget?
Printing off. Like I always print off people or print pictures off for people.
Okay.
Like mine and Elliot's pictures or whatever, and that's always a big win over with the grandparents, aunts, the fam, whatever.
Certain people really like
and
those.
Not sponsored, but I think I'm going to get one of those Aura frames for my dad.
Okay.
So that'll be cool. But
not sponsored,
with
but it should
a
be.
sexual partner, like what do you right. So I was like,
You can't say we got him because if he listens to this,
he went to the sex shop.
He likes that sex store, doesn't he?
We both do. We're a little freaky deaky, but he was a little under the influence when he went inside.
Jeez.
And when he came home, it was like one of those butt plugs with the tails that
God.
that attached to it.
Like a foxtail.
But I'm looking at the box, right? And the actual plug itself is looking like excessively large, and I'm like, I don't think that's going anywhere.
You're just like,
right? Because this is still we're dipping our toes into the warm waters of
anal.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club, sis.
Yeah. And so I opened
For
the
how
box.
vanilla we are, I'm surprised I did that before you.
I know, but I opened the box and this thing was massive.
He probably got like an extra level.
No, he got the extra large size by accident. And it wasn't even the correct tail that he wanted. He wanted the foxtail, but it's this giant ass bunny tail that's like this big.
God.
And I'm not joking, Sarah. Like, it's like not that wide, but like that tall, long. Okay, that's no exaggeration, and that's about as girthy as it was too. And I was like, take it back. You
get used to it.
Fuck that. I feel like it's a gauge size.
Your shit is bigger than that.
Yeah. Well, I haven't pooped in a while. I'm having some Sarah issues, but that's
I did today.
We're talking about butt plugs, but that's
I pooped
TMI.
Today.
Yay! Oh, she pooped today.
I won't until next week.
The fam is so happy for you, I'm sure. They love hearing about our shit.
I know. And my asthma. my on-brought asthma just 5 seconds ago.
God damn it.
Because my throat hurts.
So pull up that link really quick and let's laugh about a couple of these. Because
let's take a look.
I can't buy any of these items for said person.
There's some weird ass shit on here.
Dude, so like off color things I've given in the past. Like some members of my family have recently started smoking weed. So like I've gotten them like bongs and bubblers or like paraphernalia for Christmas some years. And so it's like you almost got to pull them aside really quick and be like, hey, open this in your bedroom and not in front of grandma, you know? But I've never it's been a long time since I've bought for like a significant other, and I kind of want to be like,
What?
I don't know, like
off the air.
Like I want it to be like special, but kind of meaningful, but like also kind of spicy and sexy.
Okay.
So, any recommendations you might have, email us at hardtalkswithbnh@gmail.com.
I got Chase the GoPro 10. Our first year of marriage.
What is like the most meaningful gift that you've ever received? Is Chase a good gift giver? I know you don't like gifts, but like...
No, you guys know he's a good gift giver for me. Actually, he did get me a Tiffany necklace.
Ooh, the little blue box.
Yeah, and I picked it out.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is nice.
But like, literally, I am the worst person to gift give. Ask literally anybody. Don't even try to get me gifts. Like, the people try to buy me clothes, and I'm just like, not my style, and it's like 2 sizes.
Now I feel like I have to wear this, like, at least once.
It's like sits in my closet for 2 years, and I'm like, I still feel bad giving this away, but it still has a tag, and I'm never gonna wear it.
Or it's painful when like you get a gift and they don't give you the receipt, so it's like, oh, I can't even like secretly return this.
My mom gave me a necklace that had an S and a flower with a real diamond in it, and it is like the tiniest diamond, and I never took it off. I always just wore that one necklace. I never took it off. I never wore jewelry. I only had that one necklace. In the first year me and Chase got together, he bought me like a couple of necklaces and some jewelry, and I'm just like, but like, I'm not a jewelry wearer.
Yes, I love jewelry.
I have so much of it, but I don't wear it.
I love jewelry so much.
Like Anna?
Yes, I don't, and it's weird because I don't even have like half my rings on. I know, like, my hands are so dry.
So dry, and I know I took mine off so I could lotion, but like I just felt bad, and I'm like, I still have those necklaces he bought me to this day. I just didn't wear them. But then he bought me a Tiffany necklace, and I wore that for the longest time.
Yeah. I mean, some of those things are sentimental. Like I don't have like really expensive jewelry. I still have my wedding ring. But
I can't wear mine.
It was really nice. My mom got me my first pair of sapphire earrings that when I was 13. So that was special.
Love.
Yeah, that stuff's nice. But like I considered a boudoir photo shoot sexy.
I did Chase.
Not just for him, but for me. Like, hey, like even though I'm 30 pounds heavier than I was last year.
I gave Chase a coupon book. For like once a month. Like he had to open it once a month.
I did that last year.
That was fun. And then I did that like I think the year we got married. And he finished opening them up this year.
But word to the wise, if you do your own like handwritten coupon book, keep the massages minimum 25-30 minutes.
Well, it was like
a man just like them being sick will milk the fuck out of a fucking
it wasn't like a coupon
hour-long
book.
Coupon.
It was a date night.
That was a mistake.
It was like a date night one.
That's cute. Those are like fun.
In May, it was like me, you, and a bubble bath, or a bath bomb.
That's the kind of gift that I'm like thinking, because it's like it also ties in the quality time that I want.
And then December,
selfishly,
this was back in 2015 when I gave it to him. 2018 when I gave it to him. December was it's a surprise, and he goes, "Do you remember the surprise?" And I'm like, "Nope,
nope,
I don't. I don't know." I can't remember.
What do you want it to be?
I know. I'm like, that was in like 4 years ago, babe. I don't fucking know. Man,
at least he didn't like just blaze through the coupons.
I know.
Every
and
day.
Then like, I think November was missing. I'm like, it wasn't even open.
She forgot to put it in.
I think I did because it had like the clear paper on it because you could see through the envelopes. I'm like, wow.
I really went above and beyond there.
I did. It was a cute idea. And I like punched a hole in it and I drew them all real cute, like the month of it. So I'm like, that was just fun that we could do. It was like a date night together. But then like that, like I'd still be spending money, but it was like once a month.
Yeah. I hate the materialistic thing. Like, of course, like a hoodie and a beanie might be coming in, or like maybe some motorcycle gloves. But like, yeah, I like the quality time thing.
Because I'm just like, with me, I'm like, I want something, I literally go and buy it.
Maybe some concert tickets. I don't know.
Matchbox 20?
So that's kind of where my head's at, but like some of these people's heads were somewhere else, right? And we pulled this list off of
It was like
it's list25.com. I think it's like a Reddit thread.
Reddit, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, starting with 25, we'll just brief over these. Grandma's not messing around. Oh, shit. A woman from Tacoma, Washington wrote into, it's Reader's Digest. Excuse us.
There you go.
They're going to come for us. Watch. She got creepy Christmas present full of lingerie from her 88-year-old grandmother.
Hoping for a grandson.
Yeah, she must be, right? Hey, I don't think you're getting laid enough, all right, Lindsay? You better get out there.
Honey, let me help you.
I got the lacy instead of the silky because I know who
I got
you've
the
been,
see-through crotchless
I know
panties.
the type of men that you've been bringing home in the past, and you need to change.
I put holes in your condoms as well. You're welcome.
Oh, my God. That'd be terrible. In Browston, Georgia, a woman received a padded black and white flowered toilet seat from her father-in-law.
He wants a nice cush.
Do you think he wrapped it for her?
I don't know.
Do you think this toilet seat was like fresh from Home Depot, or he removed it from his most likely trailer domicile, live-in domicile, pre-use? What is the phrase I'm fucking thinking of? I broke it in for you. I don't know.
He's like, I'm gonna go install this right now and then use it.
One person claimed that when they were 6 years old, they received a baby doll from their uncle. He found it really weird. His uncle would give a 6-year-old boy a baby doll, but had to fake his excitement. I don't think that's that weird. You're just ungrateful.
No.
Obviously, you need a little, like, motherly touch.
We need, like, a mother's love.
Something.
He was trying to get that to you.
One woman received a Christmas gift from her boss at her office. Excuse me. It was wrapped nicely, and on the tag it read, something useful from when she opened it. She was shocked to find pads, like sanitary napkins inside. Her boss came over and said, I hope I got your preferred brands correctly. She resigned after.
I would. That's freaking creepy.
That's disgusting. Oh, God. A 13-year-old Christmas present from their uncle included a condom and a $20 bill.
Not like and a 20. Buy your date dinner first.
Go have a ball, yeah. Usually it's the thought that counts, but in this case, the thought might actually be worse than the gift itself. I think that was thoughtful. I mean, every 13 years old. He probably had that condom in his wallet for the next 6 years.
Baron, we all know you have a condom in your wallet.
Oh, take it out. Sometimes not knowing where a person's head is at is the creepiest thing of all, especially when they give you a present that doesn't make any sense. In this case, a woman from Tulsa, Oklahoma received a box of gravel from the driveway as a present.
I like it's
Merry
from her
Christmas.
own driveway.
I received a box of rocks for
from
a white elephant.
Own driveway.
from as a white elephant gift in high school. Like all of our friends, my friend that just passed was part of that, and I really like rocks. I've always been that way. Like I pick up rocks that ground me and make me feel good, like give off energy. And so I got a fucking box of rocks.
It was meant for you.
It was probably from the end of Garrett's driveway too. At the age of 10, a boy from Boyd's, Maryland got a Christmas gift wrapped in birthday paper. Inside was a dissection kit.
I know. That's weird.
Future doctor or future Dahmer? You decide. He liked biology, so he used it to dissect dead guinea pigs his parents brought home. Oh, so definitely a serial killer. A woman from Bowling Green, Kentucky received a gold-quilted baseball jacket from her now ex-mother-in-law. It was hand-sewn replica of what the mother-in-law's dolls were wearing.
That's creepy.
That is weird.
She's like, you're like a doll.
That is really weird. Do you want underpants for your hands?
Whitey tighties.
For your fucking hands. Did you see that?
Yeah. I like how like the little like pee hole is
I don't
for
know
your
if you can see
ring
that.
finger.
Yeah.
Underpants.
This person discovered a pair of underpants or gloves that look like whitey tighty underwear. We're not sure if this is funny, creepy, or a bit of both. I think it's fucking great. Uncles aren't the only ones to blame for creepy Christmas gifts, though. One misguided aunt gave her nephew a gift he'll never forget. It was a condom and a keychain with an outdated Nike logo that read, "Just use it."
She's like, just use it.
I have a couple condoms that I've kept over the years from like bars, like free condoms they have set out. And one is like in this graffiti styled art and it says, "Just do it." Or not just do it, use it.
What is it?
No, it's don't stop because it's got a stop sign on it. Don't stop.
I haven't used condoms since like.
Neither have I. I'm on birth control. The next one on in my arm.
Me and Chase haven't used condoms since like 2015.
Yeah, but so-and-so like saw one of those old condoms in my sex drawer and he's like, "Who's this for?"
You're like,
because I've never used them with him, so it was kind of funny. I'm like, look at the logo. It's hilarious. Duh.
You're like, I'm not going to use it.
No.
I don't want to rip it. Like, look at it.
Could you imagine being a kid and getting like an anti-Christmas gift? Like maybe in Austria or Germany where Krampus is like popular.
Krampus?
Maybe that would be Krampus.
It's Krampus style.
Literally. A person recalled a time when his uncle came over for Christmas with an anti-Christmas box wrapped in devil wrapping paper.
That picture is creepy too. I had to like scroll through it really fast.
Inside was a bunch of inappropriate and disgusting gifts. This article would not disclose what it was, but he was only 10. One woman recalled when she turned 21, her boss gave her wine coolers and a gift card to Victoria's Secret.
He's like, hey.
Needless to say,
she
was creeped out.
What was it, a female boss? It must have been a male boss.
It had to have been because, I mean, even if it was a female, it's like, what are you saying to me, Joyce? Like,
well, you got to think about it. Is it Victoria's Secret or there's pink?
Do I need an extra push-up in my step? You know, Victoria was made up by a man who lived in Ohio. Oh. So fuck off.
Maybe they wanted to buy a cute little sweat outfit from Pink.
Maybe. No one wants to get underwear for Christmas. I don't know. I actually like, and I like that shit. Because socks and underwear are so fucking expensive these days. Like, if I got it from my mom, that wouldn't be creepy. She'd just be like, here. Like,
I'd be like, thank you. I needed more underwear.
But if it was like from anyone else, like my Uncle Dave, no, that'd be a
little weird.
Yeah. But it's on top of the list as a horrible present anyways. One person claims to have received a gift from her godmother that tops it all. She got dirty underwear from her godmother's husband.
See, that's weird.
Like, do you think like it was accidental? It was mixed in with something else, or she literally wrapped it in paper, put it in a box, taped the sides, wrapped it with paper, and then gifted it? Like there was Zephyr in the wrapping, and she was just like, "Huh,
that shit's weird."
Gotcha.
It's a gag gift.
And Doug worked the long night last night. You don't want to sniff it.
He worked out.
One person told his uncle that he wished he could grow a beard like his. His uncle took the admiration a little too far. And for one Christmas, he gave this person a Ziploc bag with his beard inside.
He's like, clipping it. Here you go, kid. You want my beard? Here you go.
It's bad. A week before getting married, a person's sister-in-law got her a gift bag full of lube for Christmas. She felt embarrassed having to return it all to the little old lady at Target.
I'm like,
why would you return it?
I know, but like, why are you embarrassed returning it? Just be like, it was a gift.
Yeah, like, lube's expensive too, you guys.
But like, keep it. Unless it's cocoa new, then
You know, and spit doesn't always do the trick.
No,
I'm sorry.
dries it out.
It's a poor man's lube, but sometimes you need a little extra.
If you have to have it, it's fine for the moment, in the minute. But get your lube.
A narcissistic grandmother gave her entire family, including children under 10, homemade Christmas ornaments with a picture of herself in the middle. It was so that no one would forget her during Christmas. I did that one year with mine and Elliot's pictures, though. Does that make me a narcissist? Like to my mom and my dad.
No, that's like to everybody. Like that was just to like.
She's like,
people
it's
that
just
would enjoy
here's
it.
my mug. I'm staring. I see what you're doing under that mistletoe.
But she gave it to like everybody.
That's funny. One Christmas, a person's dad put a human skull in a toy box as a Christmas present for his wife. This didn't go over well at their maternal grandmother's house. I wonder if it was a fake skull.
It was a human skull. It's like a fake, they'd say fake human skull. That one doesn't make sense to me at all. That's just weird.
One person's mother-in-law would always give out inappropriate gag gifts. On one particular Christmas, she gave a pair of flip-flops made out of feminine napkins. I kind of think that's great.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, sis.
I like the gag gifts for like white elephant parties, you know?
Yeah.
At an office party, everyone gave out white elephant gifts. In one case, one person got a large, creepy knitted owl you might find hung up on your grandma's wall. It smelled like someone had emptied an entire can of Febreze on it to cover up the ungodly smell of who knows what. It's like the sock they put over their penis and balls.
Ew. So it's like, where'd they get this out? Did they get
It's
it from
got a funky
can?
fungus on it.
Was it like at their house and like, oh, let's just gift this?
I paid the homeless guy on the corner $15 for his hat. I don't know. Handing out grocery items for Christmas is usually a bad idea, but apparently this person's mom didn't get the memo when she gave her sister a bag of shredded cheese from Kroger.
That's how I take it. I will take
cheese is expensive.
You can, like, if it's a big bag, you can put it in little bags and freeze that shit. Caroline loves cheese.
It's my favorite thing on this planet.
God, you open the bag.
Everything is so much better with fucking cheese.
Like, we'll open the bag and she's like,
That's why I'm getting fat.
So I'll try to like put it on her hand, but her hand's like flat like this.
I have a string cheese a day.
And then, it's not string cheese, just like crumbly
shredded cheese.
And she like shoves it in her mouth and she's like,
And then when Elliot was about 2 and could start walking and getting into shit, I'd find the cheese blocks with big bites out of them. He would just take bites out of the cheese block.
He's like, just one bite.
Yeah. Religion and Christmas are always going to be somewhat intermingled, but it's probably best to keep it clear of the office. You'd think. At this person's workplace, a woman described how her boss was very religious and handed out books from her church bookshop. 2 of her coworkers received gifts like why other religions are wrong and answers to all the big questions in life. Do you want to join my cult that has just been considered because it's aged like fine wine?
Right?
Literally.
Come join us. We're the correct people.
I would just politely say no thank you if it was my boss, and that's yeah.
You would just be like,
not interested. This person explained that for Christmas he received Hulk Hogan underwear size for an 8-year-old from his aunt. He was 14.
Poor kid. She's like, it looked like to be about your size.
I do hate like having to return gifts after Christmas though. Yeah. Oh, it went all the way back to the top. Hold on. We were at number 1. Number 1
being
nasty teeth. Person was dating a girl who knew he was embarrassed about his teeth because of his fluorosis. He always tried hard to hide his teeth when he smiled. Well, on Christmas,
that's just something he can't.
His girlfriend's family bought him a toothbrush with his name on it.
That's horrible.
Oh, yeah, what is this?
I don't know. You can look it up.
Fluorosis. Continue.
Yeah.
Dental fluorosis is a common disorder characterized by hypomineralization of tooth enamel caused by ingestion of excessive fluoride during enamel formation. So he can't help it. It appears as a range of visual changes in enamel, causing degrees of intrinsic tooth discoloration and in some areas physical damage to the teeth.
So he literally like had too much fluoride as a kid.
He had a bad grill though, and that's fucked. That's mean.
That's just sad because then they're like, oh.
Some other really weird gifts I've heard of are like people giving loved ones the diamonds or the fake crystals that are made out of like the ashes of their dead loved ones, their remains and stuff. That would be kind of creepy to get.
I don't know.
Or sentimental. I don't know.
Because there's a girl that does it with like your breast milk. It's like loved by the ounce. You can get a breast milk ring, or if like something like that happened, you can put like your like baby's.
You can do that with everything now. They do that with cum. Did you know that? You could get a cum like opal ring or a cum necklace. They dry it. They store it, dry it, and then make jewelry out of it.
I think the breast milk one's a little bit more sentimental, but you can get a cum one.
I don't know, man. Or like receiving any like sex toys from a family member.
Ooh, that's just weird.
That would be weird.
You're just
hopefully it's not used.
But it's great because it's like it's always like you know that they know you're doing shit because one, you have a kid, and two, you're married. But
it also makes you feel a little spicy when you're not, because it's like, it's our little dirty secret.
And it's like weird, yeah. And
everybody knows about it. We're dirty.
Yes, but then you're just like, it's like the unspoken thing. Like, you know they're doing it, but you're not going to be sitting there being like, yeah, they're having sex.
Yeah. Whatever you're going to get your loved ones for Christmas, or if you're not going to get them anything at all, I support that 1,000%.
I mean, save your money.
We want to hear what you're planning on doing, if anything. You can email us
at
hardtalks@gmail.com.
BNH@gmail.com.
Yeah, and I hope you guys are getting into the Christmas spirit. There have been a few humbuggy days. I can't talk anymore. That's why it's the end of the episode.
I just got like really tired all of a sudden.
I know. But yeah, you guys, like, that's our episode for this week, and we love you. We hope this week has been treating you well and you staying chipper. If you want to go give us a review, Chippa. If you want to go give us a review, you can do so on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If those written reviews help us a lot, so say anything. It doesn't matter. What's the dirtiest gift that you've ever given or received? It reminds me of my really racist ex-client who was like 78 years old at the time and would tell me all of her sexual experiences and adventures. And that was her favorite thing to do with her husband, who was in the military, is wrap herself up nude in Christmas lights and lay under the tree and wait for him to come home from a long shift with dinner on the table, you know, real 50s wife style. And I don't know if many 50s housewives laid naked on the floor, strung up in
Christmas lights,
but she sure did. I mean, that racist crazy bitch. And the funniest part of that story was he came home with his lieutenant. So he walked in first, and then his boss followed.
Oh my God!
And they both had a pleasant surprise.
I'm sure she's like, "Join in, Lieutenant."
So be a little more cautious than racist Ann, all right? But whatever you do, your family will love it. Just enjoy this time and love yourselves.
I love the food.
Yeah, love yourselves. Treat yourself.
Food.
Treat yourself, all right? Yeah, we're also on Instagram, Facebook,
with Hard Talks with B&H,
and Twitter at Hard Talks with B1. All right. Until next time, you guys. Sarah's gonna share a holiday sex expert from a naughty novel next time. So
okay, I was like,
gear up.
I'll actually read one this time.
Yeah, bring your strap-ons. Let's get freaky. All right.
I mean, are you venturing into that?
Not yet, but that butt plug is pretty close.
No, but like for him, like you'd wear the strap on. Like, you gotta think about it.
I am not at liberty to disclose, so we'll have to chat after this recording. He's gonna kill me.
Okay, but like you gotta think about it. Like the guy's prostate is in his butt.
I know, it's a fact. And he even said it too. He's like, oh my God, it's true what they say. I think the male G-spot really is. I said too much already. But until next week, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I like bye.
You best be watching these on YouTube because they're great.